welcome to my channel. So today I am going to go over how to get big, voluminous, sexy hair using a curling wand. So I will show you the different techniques I use to get my curls to last all day and look big and bouncy but still soft and touchable. So if you want to see how I got this look today, then please keep watching. So the first thing that I do after getting out of the shower when my hair is still all wet and messy is I brush it out with a giant paddle brush here, but you can use whatever you prefer to brush out your hair. So I always start out by brushing my hair, parting it, and then we are going to add in the products that will help give us those soft, bouncy curls that will last all day long. Okay, so once your hair is brushed out and detangled, next we are going to apply the product. So the first one that I use, this is by Redken, it's called Guts. This is a volume foam spray. So you spray this right at your roots and it's going to give your hair that extra lift, and it'll give it some grit to help the curls hold, and it will also, when you add a little dry shampoo, it will make it last the second day as well. The next product that I use throughout the shaft of my hair is the Kendra Volume Mousse. Let's see if I can get that in focus. So the Kendra Volume Mousse, this is a medium hold mousse, and I use this throughout my hair, and my hair is super fine and silky, and so a lot of times curls just slip right out. So this mousse will give it that texture that it needs to really help curl the hair without making it too crunchy and stiff like a hairspray would. And the last product that I use is also from Redken. This is a heat resistant styling gel. So this protects your hair up to 450 degrees against heat, so that will help with breakage and frizz, and it also smells really good. First, I'm going to take the Guts. This will be applied to the roots of the hair, so you just shake it really well. And then I just use my finger to take about 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch of a section, and I pull it up and then just spray it right, we're gonna spray it right along this root here. See that? And then we do that, and then we do that again. So you just keep moving down in chunks along your hair, spraying at the root, and moving down a little bit farther. And then you also want to make sure that you do the crown portion of your head. So we'll just do the same thing. And if you leave this in your hair to air dry, it will dry crunchy. So you want to make sure after we do the application that you're using a hair dryer to blow it out, and that will make sure the product is really silky smooth and seamless, but it'll still give you that hold and that grit to really help lift and volumize your hair. And next I am taking the Kendra Volumizing Mousse. This is a medium hold mousse, and it comes out as a foam. So you invert the can upside down and place a dollop on your hand, and it does expand, so I'm warning you now, a little bit goes a long way. And I take off my rings for this just because it will get the product stuck on your rings and in your hair. So taking the mousse, the dollop of mousse, I rub this all over my hands, and then I just kind of streak it throughout my hair. And same on the other side. And once I have an even coat, I kind of twist the hair and just make sure all of the shaft is coated. And sometimes I apply a little bit extra on this side since I have more hair over here and it's thicker, so I'm just going to do one more little dollop on this side. And the last product that I'm taking is that Redken heat resistant, and I'm doing just maybe like a nickel size dollop. Hair stuck everywhere. Taking about that amount, rubbing it between your hands, and doing a similar motion as the mousse and just really working that product throughout your hair, making sure to coat everything, so this will help protect against the blow drying and against the curling iron. Before I get started with the blow drying, I'm going to go wash my hands. They will be sticky from all of the product, so I'm just going to make sure that they're clean so that my hands aren't sticking to my hair as I'm trying to blow dry it throughout. So I will be right back. And those 3 products that I use will really help ensure that I have a lot of volume to my hair, that I have a lot of shine, and that the curls will stay in place all day, and then I can even usually get a second day out of the curls with a much looser wave. Since it will be loud with the blow dryer, I'll tell you what I'm going to do first. What I do is I section it off similar to how I did when I was spraying the roots, and I section off a chunk and I hold it upward and blow dry this direction against the grain, and that will help give us a nice lift and volume in our hair. So I will go just section by section and make sure I blow dry the roots in an upward motion. For my blow dryer, I use the John Frieda, and I'm going to use it on high and hot. So once you've given all the roots kind of a hot shot of air, the rest of your hair will still be damp. So I'm going to do the other side, and then you just want to blow dry all over until it is like 95% dry. And it will be kind of hard to film on camera, but I've also found that flipping your head upside down and running the blow dryer all throughout your hair is a really great way to give it that volume and get the hair dried throughout, and then we'll flip it back over and brush it out. So I'm going to do that. So if you look like a crazy lion, you probably did it correct. So after you've kind of air dried and fluffed your hair, it will be a little stiff and crunchy. This is because we were just blow drying all over, we weren't directing the heat. So the next thing we'll do is brush out all of our hair, and then you'll take a section, and with the blow dryer on, you'll just run it against it like this. And that will really help heat the product up and help it blend in with your hair better than sitting on top and being crunchy. So we're going to use hot heat and run through everything. That will help all of the product will kind of meld into your hair and it won't be so stiff. So once we go through all that, then I'm going to use cold air and do it again, and that will help set it in place and lock it in for the day. So for the curls, I am using the Bombay Gold Collection. I believe this is a 1.5 inch barrel. So this will give us those big loose curls instead of tight little ringlets. And this works great, especially if you have longer hair, because you can wrap it around a few times. This gets extremely hot. I am curling on 410 degrees. It comes with a glove. I find it really hard to work with the glove, so I have burned myself so many times. I have scars from it, but I am going to try to be careful. I'm not going to wrap it as tightly. I used to go all the way to the barrel. Now I'm going to leave, just an inch or two at the bottom so that we're not getting our hand too close. And when curling my hair, I like to do a bottom and a top section. I find that the curls lay on top of each other and give you a little bit more volume than if you just leave all your hair down and work backwards through the sections. I can't find a clip, so I am using a makeup brush to hold that into place. On the bottom layer, I wrap the curls, the one closest to my face, I wrap away. So we want the curls going in a clockwise motion. So we're gonna wrap it away from our face. And then the second one, I wrap towards my face. So on the lower layer, I alternate if the curls are going backwards and forwards. And this will help just so you don't get that tube hair where it all rolls together and looks too uniform. So this will help to keep the curls separated, and then that will also help the top layer to lay on top of them so they don't all blend together. And I'll show you the first couple slow, and then I'll speed it up for the rest of my hair. So I'm taking a section about this big, and you always want to place the curler behind your hair. So we're gonna place it here and then wrap away from our face. And then I'm just leaving, you can see about an inch, inch and a half hanging off. That way we don't get our fingers too close to the barrel. You leave the curl in for about 10 seconds. And then when I let go, being very careful not to touch the barrel, I let my hair go into my hand and then kind of scrunch it until it has cooled completely so that we don't lose the curl. And there you can see it made a nice bouncy ringlet. So moving on to the second section, since we are curling towards our face, we want the curler in front of the hair. And be very careful not to burn your ears. So again, we just wrap that around, leave about an inch to an inch and a half tail. Let it heat up for 10 to 15 seconds. And then I am going to slide it off into my hand and again kind of scrunch it until it is fully cooled. And then next, before moving on to the top layer, I like to give it a spray of hairspray to really help lock the curls that we've already done in place. So my all-time favorite hairspray is the Bedhead Masterpiece. I have found that this really locks your hair into place, but still makes it touchable and flexible so it doesn't give it that crusty hairspray feel. And this is also, it says right on the label that it's a massive shine spray, and it really does give your hair a nice glow. So I'm going to spray this all over the curls that we already did and kind of scrunching them upward to help hold the integrity of the curls. And because I part my hair at kind of a deeper side part, I am going to do this in two sections because there is a lot of hair over here. So since I will have one more layer on top of this side, I am going to still alternate the curls. But this side, since this is the top layer, I'm just going to do all these curls backwards away from my face. So once you have finished all of the curls and sprayed the hairspray in, you want to wait till the curls are 100% cooled down before moving on to this next step. So you can either leave it like this if you like the more uniform look. Sometimes I will leave the curls just like this because my hair does fall pretty quickly, so I leave it like this so that it looks how I want it to when I'm actually going out or going to an event. But for those of you who are blessed with either wavy or textured hair that will hold this curl a little bit better, you can do this step immediately. I take a wide tooth comb. This one is from Genuine Base. So you take the comb and you just run it through the curls. You have to wait until they're 100% cooled down because it will pull the curl out if you brush it too early. So you can see on this side, the curls are much more soft and touchable. And this side, they're still a little bit crunchy and stick out. So I'm going to brush out the other side as well. And you can also see up by the top where the uniform curls are. So if we brush that out, it will help the curls blend and look more natural. Alright guys, so this is the final look for our big, bouncy, voluminous curls. You do not have to use the products that I used in this video to get the same results. You do just need a root boost spray, a mousse for your hair to help it hold, and a barrel. This look comes from a thicker barrel. It's a 1.5 inch. That's how you get the bigger beach waves. And if you have any questions, please leave it in the comments down below, and I will see you on the next video. Bye guys.